we have received more Assassin's Creed Mirage gameplay information and details. Now, these details are taken from the YouTube channel Access the Animus and their interview with Assassin's Creed Mirage developer Stefan Boudan. Now, don't worry, I'm not just going to be taking all the information in an already made video. I'm going to be looking at that information and then giving my own thoughts, such as what this information can mean for when you're playing the game, when you're exploring the city. Is there going to be ISU influence? Will we be exploring the assassins on a philosophical level like we were in original games? And much more stuff like that. So let's get into this video. Yeah, let's go, mate. Now, to start with, Basim's mentor Roshan isn't going to be the top assassin mentor of the Order, but she is going to be Basim's mentor. There is apparently going to be a bigger, a more stronger, a more seasoned assassin, but that's not to say Roshan isn't going to be very well experienced within the Creed and very well equipped to teach Basim the ways of the Creed, of, well, the hidden ones at this time. She's around 50 years old, and at this time Basim is likely around 20s, in his 30s perhaps. But I'd say likely at the beginning of the game he's going to be maybe in his early 20s. So between these two characters there's going to be a strong bond, but according to the developer, at some point in the game there is a conflict, if you will. Maybe not a straight up fight, but a disagreement of sorts which is going to fuel the story in one way. How that plays out is yet to be seen. Assassin's Creed Mirage is going to showcase a lot of the behind the scenes stuff when it comes to the Hidden Ones, their brotherhood, and what they stand for. The Ubisoft developer has said that Assassin's Creed Mirage is going to have a focus on the behind the scenes of the Creed, the Brotherhood. Now, apart from the fact that it's going to mainly be around Alamut, and we will be spending a lot of the story within that castle, he didn't really go into too much detail on what he meant by the behind the scenes. Now, this to me sounds very promising. Recently, I made a video about what really made a good Assassin's Creed game a good Assassin's Creed game, and that was delving into the philosophical ideology of the Creed. What does it mean to be an assassin? What do the tenets mean? Nothing is true, everything is permitted. The Templars have a completely different ideology, but they have the same goal. I would love to see a confliction within Basim's dedication to the Creed, while at the same time he is transitioning into Loki. How does his ever-changing personality conflict with his belief in the Hidden Ones, with his new way of life? This way we can dive into character development with Basim and how he became Loki, while at the same time delving into the ideologies of the Assassin's Creed and how the Hidden Ones operated, what they believed in, their whole structure and belief system at this time. The Brotherhood will be supported by outside forces such as people from the House of Wisdom, political figures, and more. Now, to me, this shows that the Hidden Ones, again, they're still hidden. They're not an official faction at this point that they later become in Assassin's Creed 1. But it still shows to me that they have political influence over what's going on around them, the world around them at the time. People clearly want to support them, to work with them, because they know that they are a force for political change. As someone disagrees politically with one leader, they can say, well, Hidden Ones, this is what they're doing, which is bad. Why don't you assassinate them for me, and I'll jump in there, and you know what I'll do? I'll support what you want to do, the change you want to make. Now, the Hidden Ones stay hidden. They're behind the scenes. Nobody really knows who they are, but maybe they have ideas that there are people in the shadows, and there's only these higher up political figures that are aware of who they are because of their status, because of the change they make behind the scenes. I love the sound of all this stuff. I really like political things when it comes to entertainment, whether that's TV, film, games. So to see the assassins highly involved with the political state of Baghdad is going to be so interesting to me, but also going to learn a lot about, you know, politics in real life in the city at this time. And that's the thing with Assassin's Creed, isn't it? You learn a lot about real history even when the assassin story is usually created for the game. So overall, for that, I am very excited, and we'll see what happens. Now, in the interview, the developer didn't go into too much detail with this, but he hinted at the game showing the transition from the Hidden Ones to the actual assassins. How did they go from being behind the scenes, not wanting people to know who they are, to deciding, okay, you know what, we're going to become an official faction, we're going to have a big castle that people know we are there and we are the assassins. Now, this game actually takes place 100 years before they officially transitioned into the assassins as we know them in the first game, but that's not to say we won't see the transition within this game. Certain things changing, maybe that's ideology, what they think about the world, the way they want to influence it. Do they feel like they have to move with the times, and that means being more open, more present? I want to see the transition, because nothing happens straight away. It does take a long time, and for an organization to go from one thing to a different thing in quite the drastic change, it does take time. So that's something I think we're going to see, and again, according to the developer, we are seeing something like that. Now, here's something I just want to quickly add, just for you guys to be able to think about it and speculate what could be in the game because of this. There was an Assassin's Creed Revelations guide, you know, one of those books you can buy and you can read through it to see kind of what extras you can get in the game and sort of lore information. Now, within this guide, it stated that Alamut Castle had an Isu temple below it. IRL, I knew I had the guide somewhere. I got this years ago when the game came out, and it turns out I actually have the page from the guide, and I'm gonna read it to you guys. Ignore the Among Us. I was using that as a bookmarker, mate. But look, in the back of the book, it says that's Alamut Castle, right? And Altair goes there. And I'll read this to you guys. So it says, Altair finds the memory seals. After spending many years at Alamut in quiet study and contemplation, Altair discovers a strange truth about the assassin stronghold. That it has been built on the site of a small first civilization temple containing dozens upon dozens of memory seals, artifacts created for the purpose of recording brief memories. Immediately understanding their utility, Altair takes a number of these seals, records memories of his greatest successes and failures, and concocts a plan to pass these instructive vignettes onto future generations of assassins with the hope that they will help guide the order to a new era of prosperity and effectiveness. So, this is Alamut Castle, and Altair goes there, and it ties in perfectly with Assassin's Creed Revelations. So I wonder if we are going to see the memory seals or something, maybe just on a wall, or what are they going to be? Maybe we'll use them ourselves before Altair uses them. There's so much to be had here, so I hope they utilize this Isu temple below Alamut. And yeah, mate, I just thought it'd be sick to have a look if I had the guide still, and I did, and there we go, mate. On with the video. Now, of course, this has to be incorporated in the game in one way or another. If it doesn't, they are completely missing a trick with this. So I think the story is going to be revolved around Basim and his confliction with Loki himself, figuring out the visions he's having, what's going on. It's going to intertwine with the political state of Baghdad as a city, which is then also going to further the ideologies of the Hidden Ones. And as they build more and more of the castle, perhaps they find out that Isu Temple is below. They think, what the hell is this? What is this going on? And because Basim is learning more about this Isu Temple, he unlocks more memories to do with Loki. This is going to be such a nice intertwining of 3 or I guess 4 different aspects of what we love about Assassin's Creed. The classic stuff which delves into who is an assassin? What does it mean to be an assassin? What does it mean to be in this fight? What is our goal? Along with story with the city we're in, Baghdad, the political stature, what's going on, and then Basim as a character. How does he transition to Loki? And to top that off, to put the cherry on top of the cake, whatever they say, we get the ones who came before in one way or another. I am very excited to see what this is going to be. Even just talking about it gets me gassed up, mate. Gets me very excited. And we just got to hope it's executed well. It sounds great on paper, but that's all it is at the moment. It's just on paper because we haven't seen gameplay. All we've seen is a concept trailer at the end of the day. That's what a CGI trailer is. It's concept. It's an idea of what the game might look like. It's not a true representation. It's an artistic representation. So really, we've seen absolutely nothing. The more information we get is great. It gives us a way to build up an image in our heads of what the game's going to be, but we still need to say gameplay. So Ubisoft, if there's some chance that somebody from you guys is watching right now, just nudge somebody in the right direction to show us a gameplay trailer or something, because I feel like we deserve to see it at this point, you know. Some people think we were done dirty with some prior games, and you know, I feel like if pre-orders are available for this game right now, it's only fair to show us gameplay because we want to know what we're buying into. So yeah, if there's anyone out there watching who can do something about it, just give us a bit of gameplay, please. And the last main bit of information for this video is the Assassin Templar fight. I know they're not actually going to be called Assassins and Templars at this point in the game, but it's just easier to say it like that, and you guys know what I mean. So the main fight is going to revolve around the Zanj Rebellion. This is a real rebellion within history. story, and it went on for many years. Now, I will be making a full video revolving around the Zand Rebellion, so you guys know exactly what happened, the reasons for the rebellion, and everything like that, so when the game comes out, you're gonna know kind of how it works, and it's gonna make a lot more sense to you guys. That's gonna be its own video because it is a big topic. But to summarize the Zand Rebellion, and I'm literally just taking this from Wikipedia, so if I'm wrong, I do apologize. And you know what the teachers used to say in school? Never copy from Wikipedia because anyone can write it and it could be wrong. Alright, mate, but it's pretty official, I think. But anyway, the Zand Rebellion was a major revolt against the Abbasid Caliphate, which took place from 869 until 883. It began near the city of Basra in present-day southern Iraq and led by one Ali ibn Muhammad. The insurrection involved enslaved Bantu-speaking people, brackets Zanj, who had originally been captured from the coast of Southeast Africa and transported to the Middle East, principally to drain the region's salt marshes. It grew to involve slaves and free men, including both Southeastern Africans and Arabs from several regions of the Caliphate, and claimed tens of thousands of lives before it was finally defeated. Again, that's from Wikipedia. I'm going to be doing a fully fledged video on the Zand Rebellion so you know everything about it once I've researched it, which will be coming soon. So there you have it. That is the new gameplay information with Assassin's Creed Mirage. It's a little bit more to go on. It's a little bit more to build the image in our minds of what this game is going to be, what the story is going to be like mostly. And the more I hear, the better it sounds. But again, I'm cautiously optimistic because it does sound like it's going to be good. But if we haven't seen gameplay based on Ubisoft's prior track record letting us down with most recent games, you gotta weigh up the options, I suppose, or the pros and the cons. Will it be good? Will it not be good? It's yet to be seen. I want it to be good because it sounds like it could be great. But I want to know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Do you think this game is going to be shaping up to be something great, or do you think it's just all words, it's just all talk, and actually when the game comes out it's gonna be a load of shit, mate? Let me know in the comments. I want to know your thoughts. Let's get a discussion going. If you guys did enjoy this video, then press the like button and the subscribe button so you don't miss a video when I do upload, and to stay in the loop with everything Assassin's Creed Mirage and Assassin's Creed in general, along with a few other games here and there. Now, as always, may the Father, say it with me, say it with me, I want you to, may the Father of understanding guide us. I will see you soon. I love you guys. Goodbye.